Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today's recipe, I am making a Dulce de Leche cheesecake with graham cracker crumb crust. Now this is a requested recipe by one of my favorite viewers, Byron Chandler. So thank you, Byron, for requesting this. It's delicious. You're gonna love it. So I'm Rockin' Robin and I'm gonna show you how to do it right after this. Let's get started and go over our ingredients so you know what's in the recipe. First off, we have our graham crackers, right? So the recipe calls for 16 graham crackers. I just want to make sure you understand what size is that. So you want to use this size here as opposed to the way they come, this giant piece here. So you need 16 of those. Oh, and by the way, guys, you can get the written recipe down below in the description of this video. Be sure and click where it says show more. We'll need some brown sugar, a little bit of cinnamon, and a little bit of salt. So that does it for our crust. For our filling, we need some cream cheese. We'll need some caramel sauce or dulce de leche, which is, I have a video for you, and it's homemade. It is really delicious. You can certainly use store-bought, but my homemade sauce is so much better, and it is much healthier because, there's no preservatives or additives or anything else in it. All right, we'll need some melted butter. I have some heavy whipping cream, a little bit of sugar to go in that, and a little bit of vanilla extract. Our recipe calls for an 8-inch springform pan, but you can also use an 8-inch pie plate. That'll work too. So if you're planning to make my caramel sauce for this recipe, that's the first thing you're going to want to do. So follow that video. I'll leave that link for you down below, like I said. And it only takes about 15 minutes to make it, and then you want to cool it. You want to make sure that caramel sauce is really cold before you add it to our recipe. So from there, after you do that, then just come back and we'll start with our crust. So we're going to place all of our graham crackers, you can break them up if you want, into a food processor. And we'll start grinding that up. Once you get the graham crackers nice and crumbly, I'm going to pour them into a bowl here because I want to mix in the brown sugar myself. So I'll toss in the brown sugar, just break it up and sprinkle it in. Same thing with the cinnamon and a pinch of salt. And I like to just combine it with my hand, or you can do it with a spoon, whatever suits you. Now we'll add the melted butter to the mixture. And you want to just stir that so you get all the crumbs nice and moist. And we simply pour the crust mixture into our springform pan or your pie plate, whatever you're using. So I'm just going to even it out, spread it out so that it's evenly dispersed on the bottom of the pan. And then I'm just going to use my hands to press it in. You want to compact it down. It's not going to go up the sides very much. You'll see it a little bit, but not a lot. And just try and make it even. You can feel it with your hand where some parts are higher than the others, so just kind of push it so you get it in place. And like I said, guys, this is a no-bake recipe, or I hope I mentioned that. So this is going to go in the refrigerator until we get our pie filling ready. Now for the hard part of our recipe. No, I'm just kidding. We're going to mix up our cream cheese into our mixing bowl here. Now, make sure your cream cheese is softened, right? It'll make it so much easier for you. So let that sit out for even an hour would be perfect. So we'll just mix this up with our mixer. I just want to break that down a little bit, and I'm going to add a little bit of vanilla extract to this. And mix that up. Next goes our chilled caramel sauce, or dulce de leche. Now you notice I didn't put any sugar in this yet, but it's going to get all its sweetness from this addition. And then we'll just blend this in. Now I want to scrape down the bowl here, the sides, so that everything gets mixed in really well. You probably noticed how my bowl keeps moving around on me, so I'm going to put a little wet towel right underneath it. It's a nice little trick that you can do. Keep your bowl from sliding around. Once everything's combined, we'll stop with that. Now, I'm gonna keep this cold. I have a lot of hot lights in here, so I wanna put this in the refrigerator until I finish mixing up my whipping cream. Our next step is to whip up our whipping cream. So I'm just gonna take my chilled whipping cream, pour it into my bowl. I'm gonna add a little bit of sugar so that it kind of matches up with my other mixture. I want it to be just slightly sweet. So I'm gonna add my sugar and a little bit of vanilla extract. Just about a half a teaspoon or so. Now you want this to be nice and firm. I want it to be whipped up pretty stiff. Once the whipping cream is nice and firm, we're gonna fold it into our mixture. Okay, so now we'll just pour our mixture right in here. And you just want to spread it out. And that's all there is to this. All we gotta do now is put it in the refrigerator. It has to stay in there overnight. My cheesecake has been in the refrigerator for over 24 hours, and now we're ready to take it out of that springform pan and serve it up. Now you're gonna want to take your knife and just go around the edge of your cheesecake just to kind of release it from the pan. All right, I'm gonna make a little cut here. Get a slice out onto our plate. So just work your knife in there and lift that piece out. So you're gonna have some caramel sauce left over, and you're gonna just drizzle some of that just right over your cake. All right, guys, I hope you guys try this. I'm gonna give this just a little tiny taste. Make sure I get some of that caramel sauce in there. Dulce de Leche. That is incredible, guys. It's creamy and cheesecake tasting, obviously, and that caramel sauce, that dulce de leche, is fantastic. You guys are gonna love this. I hope you try it. Thanks, Byron, for requesting it. And if any of you have any requests for me, leave it down below in the comment section of the video. Those of you that haven't subscribed to my channel yet and would like to, there's always buttons for you to click and you'll be notified every week when a new video comes out. So thanks again, everybody. Thanks for watching. Share the video if you can. I really do appreciate it. See you next time. Recipe, I am making a Leche cheesecake. Yeah, Dulce de Leche cheesecake with graham cracker crumbs. Yeah, okay.